Woo! Avoided that one, guys. Now, today we are going to be talking about some Pokemon investing. That's right, we're going to be looking at Evolving Skies and what is happening with this set. There are some crazy things going on, and today we're going to point them out in case you have not been watching Evolving Skies and what is going on with this set. So, if you're new here, guys, hit that subscribe, hit that notify, and last but not least, hit that like button, guys. We can get 85 likes in this video. It's greatly appreciated, helps out a ton, and of course, it's free for you. Now, one other thing we're going to be doing while we're talking in this video is I'm going to open some packs. That's right, today is the release of Lost Origins. I have some of those packs here on my desk ready for you guys. And if you couldn't have guessed by a little bit of an intro that I've done a little differently, is we are going to have, that's right, MetaZoo UFO First Edition. I've got 2 packs of that. I just figured I'd open them up because I had them sitting here and I thought it'd be fun to do that as an opening while we are discussing the investment opportunities and things that are happening in the investment world of Evolving Skies, because guys, right now it is crazy what's going on. So let's go ahead and break down into it. And the first thing I'm going to do is go to the desktop. While I sit here and talk to you, I will be shifting between screens. We're going to be doing things a little bit differently there just to be able to discuss things that are going on. I do have black stuff on my hands. That's some great stuff from work. It's just not coming off. It's stained my hand. It'll wear off in a couple weeks. Not a big deal. It's not going to get on the cards. So I've got Lost Origin here. Of course, new set today from the Pokemon TCG. Lost Origins, of course, bringing in a nice new smattering of Pikachus in the trainer gallery. Really looking forward to hopefully finding some of those. There's some really nice ones that I want to get in there. Leon's Charizard, of course, is going to be thrown up in there also. And we're also going to have a gathering of some alternate arts that I will throw up next to me as we get started. But today, the main conversation is going to be coming down to Evolving Skies. Now, what is going on with this set? It's been absolute crazy, just weird. So there's been a lot of things that have happened. Of course, we've had the Evolving Skies reprint, if everybody knows. And the booster box reprint was really small. We did not have much for the actual reprint itself. There was a lot of complaints that they were hoping for a really large reprint. This set has been massively popular. There's been a lot of people wanting to see this set get a massive reprint, have the ability to get these cards. As for myself, I did sell all of my booster boxes all my booster boxes back in March at the last peak, thinking that, hey, we've hit a peak. Let's get rid of them now. They'll come back. We'll get a massive reprint, which we thought we would have with the popularity of the set. And we didn't. We got a really small one. But now let's do a flip to the ETBs. Now this is where the story gets interesting. We have seen a massive reprint of Evolving Skies ETBs. And when I say massive, I mean they are everywhere. My LGS has got them. They are at every Walmart, Target. They're at Costco. You can buy the Evolving Skies ETBs right now at Costco, in some where they're left, for $37.99, which is, of course, $2 under MSRP, and you get a free tin. So where do you go wrong when it comes to this situation? You get a really good deal. Now let's take a look here real quick, and I'm going to get through this booster pack, and we're going to go kick over to TCG Player as we're going through this and seeing what we can find. And we got just a regular card right there, a regular V. So we're going to go kick over to the internet screen. So what I have here is right now a case of Evolving Skies ETBs. As we can see, they're averaging about $46.69 right now on TCG Player. If we kick over into the Elite Trainer box itself, if you check this out right here, we have seen nothing but a massive decline. Of course, right before this, these ETBs were selling for about $65 a piece. And since then, they have done a massive dump, which is not surprising with the amount of ETBs that we are seeing currently in the Pokemon TCG and all of these places and all these locations. It is absolutely ludicrous the amount of product that we are actually getting. So, what is the expectation for Evolving Skies ETBs? I think that we're going to see a continuing drop of these pricing. I think that we're going to see prices possibly even drop below that $37.99 that you can currently get them at Costco, just because of the volume of which. Now, it brings an interesting conversation piece to the puzzle, which is why? Why are ETBs all of a sudden becoming the big push for these things? Why are the ETBs the reasoning that they're going to? And to me, it comes down to plain and simple mathematics for Pokemon TCG. once again, we always talk about what is Pokemon International's #1 goal when it comes to product, and that's sales, right? They can sell ETBs everywhere. As we can see, they're in Walmart, they are in Target, they are in Costco, they are in your LGSs. They have a mass dump of these ETBs. They know that they can sell them everywhere. That is a cool Pikachu. They can sell them everywhere, anywhere, and do anything they want with those. And so that brings into question the investability. Oh, the Gengar and just a hollow. That brings into the questionability of whether or not ETBs will remain investable, right? Will ETBs continue to be an investment source if they are going to continue to do this mass dumping? We have not only seen this on Sword and Shield, we have seen this on Sun and Moon base, Sword and Shield base. We can go all the way into Darkness Ablaze, Vivid Voltage, now Evolving Skies. When Battle Styles was printed, they printed a massive amount of those also. So once again, there is massive amounts of ETBs coming. ETBs always had the advantage when it came down to investability in the Pokemon TCG, and that they would not get reprints. They were printed one time on the original wave, and once this original wave went through, that product would no longer be reprinted, and thus the ETBs had the superior move of continuing to just move up, while the booster boxes tended to flutter up and down because they were continuously being reprinted. There were more and more booster boxes produced over time and over the life of the set. So when that happens, you continually have that fluctuation up and down, which gave the ETBs that good 2-year run before it actually went up in price. Now, is this going to continue to be the case? My feeling is right now, at least for Sword and Shield, is no. We're going to start losing ground on a lot of these, and we're going to really start to go backwards on where these pricings have been. Once again, we've seen it on Vivid Voltage, which we're at $100 a boost or an ETB, 90 to 100. Darkness Ablaze, 120 to 140. And now both of those ETBs are running about $40. Once again, massive reprints on ETBs has continued to crush that market. And, oh, there we go. Lost Vacuum. Cool gold card. Nice gold card pull out of that one. And these are random packs, by the way, from Walmart. So let's go ahead and take a look at one other thing, though. And this is where Evolving Skies is really interesting in my opinion screen here. So if I go back and we check out what's going on with the booster boxes. Now, guys, if anybody doesn't know beforehand, put your guesses down below in the comment. How much do you think an Evolving Skies ETB is, or a booster box, an Evolving Skies booster box is running right now? For your investments right now, I think you're going to be a little shocked if you aren't following this recently. Booster boxes right now, guys, are going for $196. That is going to surpass, right now, it has surpassed its original peak. This is the first set in the Pokemon TCG in Sword and Shield era that has surpassed its original peak. So if you look at any other booster boxes in the past, any of the other ones, they peaked somewhere, and when they get the reprint, they never quite bounce back up to that peak. The number one reason that happens is because a lot of times the hype and FOMO is gone on that set, right? We lose hype and FOMO after the first wave or a first set or release. The second print run comes of a set and the price drops when that happens. And then it bounces back up, of course, because supply gets chewed up. But for whatever reason, in Sword and Shield history, we have never seen a booster box quite pop up past its first peak. Wherever that original peak is, it never makes it. It always does like a little bouncy ball. Peaks, valleys, peaks a little bit lower, valleys, peaks a little bit lower, valleys, peaks a little bit lower, valleys, and flatlines. That's been the historical path of every booster box. Let me get that right. Every booster box in Pokemon history. Evolving Skies has now beaten that prediction, has beaten that fluid motion. What does this mean? I feel that this set is probably, unless we get a massive dumping of this coming up here in November, this set here has the potential to just be gigantic in the future. And let's just go back over here, and I'm going to go kick over to the side here. Umbreon. We got the Umbreon VMAX alternate art, the Umbreon, the Moonbreon, whatever you want to call it, is now currently selling for about $425. That is absolutely crazy for a set that is literally just coming up on its 1 year or just past its 1 year release. So right now, the near mint one is $500. Guys, we're looking at a $500 card. And the last time we visited this, we were actually dropping in price because it was actually coming up on that reprint. Now, this thing has just rocketed. This set, guys, is just absolutely crazy. The investability of this set is nuts if you were patient and held on it. Now, did I hold? No. And I'll admit it. I screwed up. I took the booster boxes we had. I may have sold them early, but every identifying factor said that this was not going to happen. We knew there were reprints coming. We knew that these things were happening. And when you do that, you sell things. Now, if I could go back and change it, would I? Absolutely. I would honestly hold those booster boxes because from what I'm seeing a little bit of a flat on these. So if I go to the booster box page, if I can find my scroll. So if I go over here, you know, we are now just going straight up like a rocket, and we are already about to surpass the $200 mark. That is absolutely crazy for a brand new set, less than a year old, you know, or just coming up on its year, to see these kind of numbers and these kind of things happening on these sets. So once again, guys, Evolving Skies for investability, honestly, even right now from what I'm seeing, and I'm probably going to pull the trigger and buy a couple booster boxes again. I might wait. I'm going back and forth on it. I'm being honest with you guys. From what I'm seeing, you could take the gamble right now on Evolving Skies and try to make the decision on whether or not you should make a buy on it right now, even at where it's at. If you can find booster boxes for under $190, around $180, I would do it. I think if you can get them for $180, $175 right now, obviously you could buy them and almost just turn right here and go for it, right? You're not going to have any issues with it. So once again, do you make the buy now for investment? I'm tempted. The only thing that I'm scared of is a reprint coming up here in November. Ooh, that's a cool one. I don't know if anything's are very valued, but just letting you know, that's a cool one. The question I have, I guess, is, do I believe that there'll be a massive reprint here in November? I don't think so. I don't think that we're going to see a massive print of Evolving Skies. I don't know why. I think that Pokemon is being extremely weird by not taking the opportunity to massively reprint the set. But my feelings are we're going to see the ETBs that we do. I think we might see Evolving Skies in some products, but I don't think we're going to be seeing booster box reprints. That's another cool one. I don't think that that's going to happen. So is now the time to take the jab and still spend $175 a booster box, $180, possibly even $195, to have this in hand so it can continue to sail up? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments. What do you think? Would you take the stab at it right now from what you're seeing by the numbers? I know we're seeing a lot of ETBs, but we're also seeing a bunch of the chase cards crossing the $125, $130 range again. I mean, we can go back. Let me go back to the internet screen here. Let's take a look at what we got here. I mean, you got the Moonbryon, and it's got some at $500 with $50 shipping. You know, we can go down here. You know, there's an alternate art here. They're saying near mint for around 400, you know, 375, 380. But you sit there and look, and it's just absolutely crazy that we've got a chase card in a set going for almost $400 at just a year old. And then we go down through the list. I mean, you've got the Leafeon VMAX sitting right here underneath my head for $137. You've got the Glaceon VMAX pushing up to $129. You've got the Sylveon still sitting around here about $121. We can go all the way down. The Dragonite still running about $81. This Umbreon V is running about $81. You know, we can go all the way down. The Rayquaza V is still running about $80. So there are a lot of chase cards inside of this set that are still having high value and not going down in price. They're all continuing to move in the upward direction. So I don't know. what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know about what you like about this. If you like this new little opening and talking about investing at the side, it's just kind of something I wanted to try. I enjoy opening cards, especially on the new release of Lost Origins. Of course, some people don't like openings and doing openings on an investment channel, but I still open and I enjoy it, and I want to share it with you. The Gengar, really cool pull. Absolutely happy to have that in my collection. Also, just let me know in the comments if I should continue to do this. Should I do openings every once in a while like this while we talk about some of the issues that are going on, some of the things that are happening in the investment world? Would you buy Evolving Skies right now at $190? I'm curious to know what you guys think. I'm tempted. There's a really good temptation to do it because I don't feel that we're going to see a massive reprint coming up of booster boxes. And if we don't see a massive reprint of those booster boxes, that price is going to continue to just go. So, I don't know. It'd be a gamble. It'd be a really high stakes gamble on that one. Because you could bet wrong. But the other thing is, too, is if you bet wrong, how long would it take for it to recover if we did see a massive reprint in November? If we saw another massive reprint in November and everything kind of settled back down again, how long would it take before it would go back to 190? Obviously, people are really fighting for the set. They want this set. And if Pokemon doesn't do another reprint after November for the holiday season, and we go another 6 months to a year before we see a reprint of the set, that's going to go right back up to that price again. I think it'll recover because a lot of people are still opening this set. Even my survey back in March showed at $185, people were still buying this to open it for the chase. So there's a lot of thought on this, and there's a lot of things that are happening, and I'll keep you updated on what my kind of decision is in the comments. I don't know if I would go all in and buy multiple cases. I might buy a case and see where it goes. Maybe play that route, the safe route on this. But just kind of interesting information, guys. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this is insightful. Hopefully you guys are finding this kind of a little bit more interesting and a little bit more fun. The way to do the opening and also discuss Pokemon investing. Hopefully this will be some good knowledge and food for thought. Maybe you guys can think this out with me. Let me know in the comments what you think. Other than that, if you do like this kind of content, as always, hit that subscribe, hit that notify, and hit that like button, guys. And if you do like this kind of content, as always, check out these two videos over here. I'll put them up for your information afterwards. And we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.